It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Box Steam Brewery, and it's a bottle of their Piston Broke hoppy zesty golden ale. It is of course a play on words. Your piston's broke on the train, or your piston broke in terms of being piston broke. Yeah, I quite like that. So a hoppy and zesty golden ale. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Black bottle cap. Nice bit of smoke on the opening. Beer in the glass. Nicely carbonated beer, quite clear, one finger slightly, it's a kind of a, I'm going to call it a white head for you guys on the camera there. Nice rolling carbonation. Amber coloured ale. Let's get the aroma. Yes, it's zesty. It's a little bit bogged down by the initial malty aroma, but yeah, there's a bit of a zesty aroma in there. Let's get in, let's dive into this golden ale. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. It's a sessionable, drinkable beer. Lots of malt, lots of biscuity malt. Box Steam, more of a traditional brewer. Different Wiltshire way. So there are a lot of traditional beer drinkers down there that want, or they demand a nice kind of malty beer, so they have to cater to their market. It is a relatively hoppy aroma and taste going on. But the word of the day for this beer would be balance. It's a completely balanced beer. Nice amount of sweetness, biscuity malt, and then it goes over to having a nice amount of zesty, citrusy hops in there. A nice kind of lingering bitterness on the back end. Let's see if it's a bottle condition beer. No, it isn't. The beer is described, well, a fine, full-bodied, deep golden ale with a deeply satisfying, earthy waft and a refreshing, hoppy palate. It's a reasonable. If I was in a pub, if I wanted to session something, if they had a line of kind of mass-produced Carlings and Fosters and John Smiths, and they had that on, that would be fine. I would happily sit there and drink that all afternoon. Here we go. Here's a bit of a story here about Isambard Brunel. The atmospheric system Isambard Kingdom Brunel chose for the South Devon Railway line was not a success. To propel the trains, pistons forced air along a pipe sealed by leather valves. The leather proved fatally vulnerable to damp, cold weather and rats. History fails to record if Brunel consoled himself with a beer like this when the atmospheric system finally hit the buffers in September 1848. So Isambard Brunel, a world-renowned engineer, especially in the UK. He was involved in building a lot of the railways back in the day. He built the Bristol Railway Tunnel, the Bristol Channel Tunnel, the railway tunnel. And yeah, lots of big bridges in Bristol, and yeah, most of his work was a success. This was obviously a bit of a failure. But is the beer a failure? No, absolutely not. It's alright. It's a decent, sessionable beer. Rating, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.